My people, gather around the fire, for a tale older than the trees awaits you. But before we begin, Biko, kindly hit that subscribe button, and turn on your bell notification, so you never miss the whispers of our ancestors. Let our stories live on, one click at a time. Now, listen well, for what you're about to hear will shake the roots of Umudim. In the heart of Umudim, a quiet village surrounded by sacred forest and ancient beliefs, lived a young maiden named Nneka. She was the daughter of the village chief priest, a man deeply respected and feared for his communion with the gods. Nneka was beautiful, graceful, and kind, but above all, she was loyal to her people and the traditions of her ancestors. Her destiny had been marked at birth. She was to become the next custodian of the sacred shrine, a role reserved only for the purest of souls. But behind her calm smile was a secret, one that would shake the very roots of Umudim. Nneka had a half-sister named Amoka, born of the chief priest's second wife. Unlike Nneka, Amoka was hot-blooded, jealous, and filled with silent resentment. She believed the village owed her more respect, that she should have been chosen as the next shrine maiden. Their father had always favored Nneka, and to Amoka, this was the greatest betrayal of all. She made a silent vow: if she couldn't have the shrine, then no one else would. One fateful night, during the sacred cleansing ceremony under the full moon, Amoka secretly swapped the sacred palm oil with blood from a cursed animal, a forbidden act that would bring disgrace upon the shrine. As Nneka unknowingly performed the rituals, the gods were angered. The sky turned black, lightning split the heavens, and the sacred stones cracked under her feet. The villagers screamed in fear, and the chief priest collapsed in horror. Nneka was accused of defiling the shrine. Despite her pleas of innocence, the village elders cast her out into the evil forest, a place no one returned from. But that was just the beginning. Banished into the dreaded evil forest, Nneka wandered through thorns and shadows, barefoot and bleeding. The forest was alive, whispering her name in eerie voices, mocking her innocence. Every step felt like judgment. But just when she was about to collapse, a soft light appeared before her. It was the spirit of her late grandmother, Ezenwe, a powerful priestess who once ruled over the spirits with wisdom and fear. "My child," the spirit said, "you were betrayed, not cursed. The gods see all. And now, you must rise." Under her grandmother's guidance, Nneka lived among the spirits. She learned ancient chants, powerful rituals, and truths hidden from the world of men. For 7 moons, she trained, her tears becoming weapons, her pain becoming power. But back in Umudim, Amoka was enjoying her false victory. With Nneka gone, she convinced the villagers she had been chosen by the gods to take over the shrine. She wore sacred beads she hadn't earned, uttered prayers she didn't understand, and desecrated traditions with her hunger for power. But the gods are never blind. One by one, misfortunes fell upon Umudim. The river dried. Newborns stopped crying at birth. Crops rotted in the ground. The people grew restless, afraid. The elders begged the gods for answers, and in a thunderous roar during a midnight storm, the oracle spoke: "The innocent suffers in exile. The betrayer wears stolen feathers. Return balance, or drown in your lies." The village trembled in fear. The truth was beginning to surface. And far in the forest, Nneka stood beneath a tree of spirits, wearing white and red, her forehead marked with the sacred ash. She whispered to the wind, "I will return." The sun refused to rise the day Nneka returned to Umudim. Wrapped in a white wrapper stained with sacred chalk, her eyes glowing with ancestral fire, Nneka walked barefoot into the village square during the New Yam festival, once her favorite time of year. Drums fell silent. Children hid behind their mothers. The elders froze. Even the birds perched on the tree stopped singing. No one had seen her in 7 moons. They thought she was dead. But here she stood, reborn from the ashes of betrayal, carrying the wrath of the gods with every step. Amoka, seated beside the elders on the shrine platform, rose in shock. "It cannot be. You are dead." I saw you fall, she screamed, trembling. Nneka raised her hand, and a strong wind swept through the crowd. The sacred shrine behind them groaned as if awakened from a long slumber. The ground cracked, revealing the truth. Before everyone's eyes, the gods showed a vision, Amoka switching the sacred oil, laughing as Nneka was banished. The villagers gasped. Even Amoka's mother wept in shame. I was loyal to this land, Nneka's voice boomed. But you chose lies over truth. For your betrayal, the gods have spoken. Justice must fall like rain. The chief priest, now a broken man filled with regret, knelt before her. My daughter, forgive me. I failed you. Nneka stepped forward, tears in her eyes. You didn't just fail me. You failed Umudim. Suddenly, Amoka screamed and fell to the ground. Her skin turned dark like charcoal, her voice turned to whispers, and she vanished into smoke. The gods had judged her. As for Nneka, the village begged her to take her rightful place as custodian of the shrine. But she refused. I forgive, but I do not forget, she said. Let Umudim remember that betrayal invites the wrath of the spirits. She returned to the forest, not in exile, but as the guardian of balance between the living and the spirit world. From that day, every child in Umudim grew up hearing her name, Nneka, the girl who returned with the curse and left as a legend. And that, my dear friends, is the end of today's powerful tale. If you enjoyed the story, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone who loves good stories, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss when another tale drops. Until next time, stay wise, stay curious, and keep the fire of our stories burning.